What's up, YouTube? Shit. One more time, right? I wanted to make it my frequent to do two different stories every segment. One boxing related, one non-boxing related. But tonight, strictly boxing related. And as much as I would love to talk about, I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna say that for a later date. I ain't letting y'all totally off the hook and shit. But tonight, right, I'll tell y'all about three fighters. Tommy Morrison, Roberto Duran, and Tommy Hearns. Right. First one, Tommy Morrison. Around the time I was 12, we put on a show here in Jacksonville called the First Annual Julian Jackson. Usually local shows, only local teams show up. And it's a, little better show. Shit, you might get somebody from Georgia, a team from Georgia to come on through. But, important. You got like a national tournament, right? Everybody go, but this ain't a national tournament. It's the First Annual Julian Jackson, though. We sent some invites out, and some teams from far away responded. One of those teams was from Kansas City. Tommy the Duke Morrison was on that team. I think it was Kansas City. I should have. Right. Anyway. I'm about tired of that shit too. Yeah. Kansas City, Tommy Morrison. Right. Now, there was a guy on the team. Like I said, I'm 12. Most of the team was teenagers, of course. But, we had a couple of them cats that was older. 20s. Might have had one that was 30. I've seen a lot of amateurs, 30 years old, boxing amateur. Never looking to turn pro, just love to compete. Anyway, his name was Puck Wood. Puck Wood. And he was in his early mid-20s. Thing about Puck Wood, he used to wrestle professionally. Yeah. And 6'2" cat, probably like 235. Just naturally cut. Never lifted a weight in his life, right? That part. And he used to wrestle professionally. Right? Now, I don't know if you know anything about wrestling, but if you're from the South, you know about WCW. It was here way before that WWF soap opera, right? That WCW, man, we had like Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Sweet Brown Sugar, the Briscoe Brothers, Four Horsemen. I could go on for and we had, famous cat, Wahoo McDaniels, Indian, overweight kind of cat, man, had the head drip, whatever. But if he hit you with that chop, that was your. Yeah. And sometimes Wahoo wrestled tag team. And apparently sometimes his tag team partner, Puck Wood. Right. Either I was too young to remember him, but I wouldn't have recognized him because he wore a mask. Right. That part. I remember many trips out of town with Puck Wood. And I remember many a night in the hotel, same team, two to a bed, 6 on the floor. The coaches, single, right, 2 in each room, coaches and shit. But all the fighters, 12 deep in one room, shit, right. Anyway. And remember, those many nights, the lights coming on 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and Puck Wood in full uniform. He got the mask on and picking little kids up. Man, that shit was a blast. Anyway, all right, First Annual Julian Jackson 5-day tournament. Let me tell you something about that 5-day tournament. Back in my day, amateur day, before boxing got all bad as I want to say these two words, I'm just going to say soft. Before boxing got soft. Shit, you might fight 3 times a day. Imagine that, a 5-day tournament. Fighting 3 times. Yeah, 3 and 2, 1, 1. But that's, yeah. Yeah, they don't do that no more. But yeah, back in the day, it's like, look, if you ever seen one of them shirts back in the day, and it said, the toughest 3 minutes in all amateur athletics, I mean, that just wasn't that's law. That's real. 3 minutes? What's your average street fight? Imagine 3 minutes. Time 3 rounds. Right, that part. Anyway, 5-day tournament. I get a bye first day. Wasn't enough cats in my weight class where anybody had to fight that first day. It might have been the next one. Well, most I've ever fought was 2 times in one day. So, I get a bye. I'm just a spectator. Puckwood. Guess who he draw? First fight. First leg of the tournament. Yeah. And Tommy had this crazy ass record. It was like 210 fights, 190 wins, 170 by knockout. It might even been better than that, right? But yeah. Ding, ding. Bell ring. I don't know how many punches were thrown or not thrown, but I know, wasn't shortly after the ding, ding, pow! I mean, Tommy hits him with his left hook. And he hit Puckwood so hard that Puckwood thought he was in the wrestling ring again. Puckwood immediately goes low and wraps his arms around Tommy's thighs, then proceeds to pick him up off the ground, and then bam! Disqualified on some, yeah, right, yeah. Tommy Morrison. There you go. That's my Tommy Morrison story. Brings me to Roberto Duran. Yeah. I'm fighting in Biloxi, Mississippi, somewhere in the middle of my pro boxing career, right? And this was at a time when, it wasn't the old Duran. It was the old Duran. He was right done, retired, came back, overweight, but still Duran. He's main event in Biloxi, Mississippi. And I love Biloxi, Mississippi. They pay good. They pay real good. All right, it's a casino, Biloxi, Mississippi. Ever been there? There's this metal tent, big as hell, like a circus tent. And that's where they have their little events and shit. Just and right there on the outside, on the side of the tent, they got the little RVs, little small trailers, dressing rooms for each fighter. And there you go. And I'm fought. Fight's over. I'm getting dressed. I'm ready to go get my money. Let Pop take half. Shoot the manager on it. As I'm finishing up, man, I hear the music. Somebody's gonna come out. Main event. Duran or Duran's opponent. I don't know. So, dressed. Walk out the door. And as I walk out the door, there's Duran, right outside his dressing room. Came downstairs, and there he was. The little entrance to the shit was, 15, 20 feet away, whatever. But there he was. and surrounded by kids. And he's signing autographs. And he's signing autographs. And now the music's over with. And he's signing autographs. Should they go to announce it? He's signing autographs. All right. His cornerman fussing at him. Shit. Give these kids the autograph. And that was cool as hell. Yeah. Because, I mean, back in the day, you know, Duran had a, you know, reputation for being a, mean cat. You know, just, that's what people took, man. And that's one great thing, man. I'm glad as the years have went by, Duran has been, you know, out here with the public more, you know, so to speak. And people haven't seen the real Duran. You know what I mean? Special place in my heart. And not just because of that. The other reason why, you know, Duran has a special place in my heart. Because when Duran beat Leonard, that's the first time I've seen my father cry. I've never seen my father cry, you know, like, yeah, the one and only time I've ever seen my father cry was when Duran. We done bought the tickets, went down to the Jacksonville Coliseum, in black and white on a big, you know, screen. We watched, the fight. And when Duran beat Leonard, yeah, tear roll. Now, I don't know whether it was because my father loved Leonard. I didn't know if, like my hero, and I got beaten. I don't know if it was because of that or because my father probably lost a shitload of money on the fight. He was probably over that. But anyway, yeah, that's my Duran story. That was cool. Which brings me to the last story. Tommy Hearns. Somewhere in fighting in Omaha, Nebraska, or Albuquerque, New Mexico, or somewhere. Should have Googled it. Y'all know me. Anyway, fighting, out of town, and after the fight, I'm down in the hotel lobby. Like the next morning, the shuttles leaving the hotel. Different fighters are leaving at different times, so that part. And I was one of the earliest, if not the first, can't remember. But I'm down in the lobby. And lo and behold, ain't nobody down there. All right? But lo and behold, over there in the cut, sitting at the table, right? Newspaper, Tommy Hearns. Right. I've never approached for the autograph. Every fight I've went to, man, I've finna be in front of a crowd of people, fighting for my life. At least that's how I looked at it. Anyway. So, man, I never did the autograph thing, man. I mean, I've been in the presence of a lot of great names, actors, fighter, right? In the dressing room, I mean, while, pre-fight. And here, headphones in, here, right. So, I mean, shit. And after after my fights, I mean, there wasn't nobody around, and right, y'all done missed out. Whatever. But today, lucky day, Tommy Hearns is out of the fight. Shit, I'm just, right, I'm off work. So I approached Tommy, asking for autograph. And due to my lack of asking for autograph skills, I'm empty-handed. I'm just sitting here like Willie Chunk, autograph. Hey, Mr. Hearns, can I get an autograph? And Tommy says, go get a pen. So I walk my monkey ass over here to the receptionist, get a pen, coming back. And still, due to my lack of, experience, didn't bother to get a pen. Well, Tommy told me to get a pen, so I got a pen. And back I go. Get back with the pen. Tommy then reaches into his newspaper, the unread section sitting here, sat whatever in his lap, some shit. But he reaches into his and pulls out a section, unfolds it, big as hell. And hands me the pen. Yeah, pen. You know, I don't want to look like a total groupie and be right, so I get it and walk off. You know, as soon as I get around the corner, right. As soon as I get around the corner, I open it up. It's the sports section. He ain't even ready yet. I mean, athlete, sports section, he ain't ready yet. Done. Huh? Right. And guess what? On the front page of this newspaper, which is taking up the front half and the bottom half, is a full color picture of Tommy Hearns. Right. I mean, I didn't know why Tommy was there. And then immediately, and I'm going to let you know why I knew immediately, is because apparently Emmanuel Stewart, Manny, he had a fighter from Jim fighting on the undercard, wasn't no big star yet, whatever. And, I just assumed, Tommy was there for support, but Manny was there. All right. I didn't know, like I told y'all, anyway. Right. As I'm looking and reading, learning why Tommy is there, never did it mention Manny and the fighter. All it said was how Tommy was in town taking part in a charity benefit and raised money for some sick kid. Wow. Yeah. Now, time for us to go. Me and my father. My manager, he went to Pensacola, so yeah. But me and Pops headed back to the bank, J-Bell. The brakes, Eureka. Anyway. So, time for us to go, shuttle ready. And there's another passenger who's flying out too, who's leaving out, different flight to a different state, but same departure time, whatever. And it's Manny Stewart. So the driver of the shuttle, me, my father, Manny Stewart, 20-minute drive to the airport. I don't say a word. I just sit and listen and watch my father talk to Manny. And they, the conversation. It was mostly about, how different races, how race baiting with boxing. In retrospect, man, especially what we're going through now, makes that a great story. The subject matter of my father and Manny talking about that shit. And it brings me to this. You wanna know why there's so many black fighters? You wanna know why? Let me tell you why. Pull up a chair. There's so many black fighters and not white. Because ain't nobody white trying to do this shit. Ain't nobody white trying to box. You know why? Because ain't nobody white in the box. What you mean by box? I'll tell you what I mean by box. Look. If, put whatever percentage you want to put on this high-ass percentage, right? 75, 80, 85, 90, whatever. Right? Whatever high percentage you want to put that in the inner city, the hood, that many percentage are black. That being said, yeah, you put a race in that situation and they acquire the knowledge, whether it was an epiphany or they read the shit or a friend filled them in, that hey, if you're good at athletics, you can get you and your family up. Yeah. I ain't even gonna touch on football. I'm talking about boxing. There wasn't nobody white in my gym there because they trying to get about the hood. Yeah. Wasn't nobody white per that part. Yeah. Yeah. So let's play Planet of the Apes. Do this switcheroo shit. Okay? Alright. White people are from Africa. Black people earlier came to America and kicked the Indians' ass to the corner. Went to Africa, got in a whole bunch of white people, came back, made white people slaves. Okay? And then put white people in this fucking box. I tell you what, white people will be dominating the NBA. That's what the fuck I'm saying. Alright? Don't give me that other argument. Like, you ever seen Jason Williams? White child. You ever seen The Professor? The Handles? Yeah. White people have athleticism, or could. They just haven't been put in that situation to have to be athletic to, exactly. They already, most of them started off alright. Didn't have to try to excel at fucking, you know what I'm saying? You look at your white athlete, like your Dirk Nowitzki, right? Right? If that fucker would have grew up in the hood, he would have been a Michael Jordan. That part. You know what I'm saying? White, you don't use it, you lose it. You know what I'm saying? White people slowly have evolved to not having to do this shit to get the fuck out of their situation because most of them ain't in that situation. Yeah, I said it. Smoke on that. And that being said, man, hope you enjoyed it. Deuces.